Well, I'll start just by saying thank y'all so much for coming on and learning more about Virgin Voyages. Virgin Voyages is a brand new cruise line that was supposed to launch in 2020, and stuff happened. And it didn't. So we are so excited to learn more about it and hopefully sail on it soon. Zach and I have booked a trip in September for our birthday, September 8th through 12th. Leaving out of Miami. And so we'd love for y'all to join us on that. But if you don't want to and just want to learn more about the ship, that is what we're going to do today. So Lauren is with Virgin Voyages, and she is a fellow Texan living here with us in our tundra, but yet not tundra anymore because we're good. We're moved on. So I'll let Lauren just kind of lead the way and talk about why Virgin is so awesome.
Thanks, Monica. Thank you guys so much for coming. This will definitely get your mind off of whatever we want to call last week and think of warmer, sunnier days ahead. As Monica mentioned, if this was normal times, we would have had almost a year of sailings under our belt by now, but instead we are still eagerly awaiting Scarlet Lady and her sister now, Valiant Lady's arrival into Port Miami. So I'll give you guys an overview of our brand, how we're a little bit different, and show you some really great spaces and our offerings online. So we talk about setting sail the Virgin way and how that sets us apart from anybody else in the cruising industry as a whole. So with that, the first thing being, no kids, no kidding, we are the truest adults only cruise line out there. You must be 18 to sail. So when you do leave your kiddos at home, you can rest assured that you won't see anybody else's kiddos out there with us. And then we have the Scarlet Lady, who is our flagship. All 4 ships will be modeled after her. And I'll give you some stats on this and why they're important. So originally, she is set to hold 2770 passengers with 1150 crew. The tonnage for this is 110,000 gross tons. And why I like to point out these nerdy facts, and I promise I won't load you down with a lot of them, is with a ship this size, it is this size. Among the competitors in the same ship size, that mid-size category, we have less passengers on board and we have more crew. So our crew to sailor ratio is almost 2-to-1, and that lends very heavy into the same type of ratio you would see on the smaller luxury lines. Now, in the post-COVID world, obviously all of those numbers will be significantly decreased, especially when we first set sail. So what this means is you'll have a lot of wonderful spaces on board to do what you like. We always set out to create intimate and authentic experiences as well. So we never wanted to crowd thousands of people in one spot. So a lot of the things that we had programmed originally ended up working great for post-COVID times as well. But I just wanted to throw those facts and figures out there, as I'm sure none of us have been in any type of crowd. And when we do start sailing safely, we still don't want to be in them. We have over $600 in value on us. So this is always included. This is not part of a promotion or it's set to go away anytime soon. We value it with all of your dining is included. So we have 20 plus eateries on board. We don't have any main dining rooms and we don't have any buffets. So again, there's the feeling that you can dine wherever you want, whenever you want. You'll have that flexibility to do that without any type of upcharge. All of your gratuities are also included. So there's no tipping when you close out your tab at the bar. There is no tipping your room stewardess or steward at the end of the cruise. So there isn't even like a line item for service charges or anything like that. Wi-Fi is a basic human right, and we believe that you should be able to stay as connected or as disconnected as you'd like and Instagram and stream whatever you want, put it on your story or completely disconnect, but at least the choice is there. Also, all of your basic beverages are included. So that's your flat and sparkling water, your sodas, your drip coffee, tea, all included. So no need to buy a water package or a soda package or anything like that. And last but not least, we give you the option to detox and retox as much as you like with our unlimited group fitness classes. So that's kind of what this looks like. You can eat your heart out, you can work out, you can drink, all of your non-alcoholic beverages all on us. Where does Scarlet Lady go? For Scarlet, initially, she'll always do year-round 4 and 5 night Caribbean itineraries, setting sail from Port Miami, where we're building an absolutely incredible terminal too. So from the second you step foot into port, where Port Miami isn't really all that exciting, we have turned it into, you will feel like you're on an amazing vacation from the second you step foot in the port. 4 and 5 night itineraries. They all will feature the Beach Club at Bimini, which is really an amazing extension of Scarlet and her sister. So you'll be able to find any type of vibe you're really looking for. If you'd like a really chill day by the beach, we have that. We have beach campfires at night. We'll have amazing pool parties. We'll have yoga on the beach. All of the things that are included on the ship will extend into Bimini as well. So that will be all of your food and then all of your basic bevies and Wi-Fi. I think all of that is what would be important. When you are island side, as well as Bimini is just an incredibly cute little town. If you've never been, it's a very small island in the Bahamas, has a very local, cool feel, amazing bars, amazing food. So if you wanted to venture out from the beach club, you could, and then come back and come and go as you please. With all of our itineraries, we have late stays as well. So we're in port for almost 12 hours in every single port of call that we have. Then we have Valiant Lady, who is set to now sail in winter of 2021. We're skipping her Mediterranean season this year, and so that will start in May of 2022. So we'll focus on Valiant of this year, where she will do 6 and 8 night itineraries in the Eastern and Western Caribbean. And so just a quick highlight, I won't go through the ins and outs of all of these. French Days and Ibiza Nights for Med 2022. This is the killer itinerary. This is the most popular one with the overnight in Monte Carlo. It's very desirable. You also have the overnight in Ibiza. So you have 2 really awesome overnights where you can really immerse yourself into a port of call that does come alive very differently at night. So this is a real highlight for them. Spanish Obsession, another really popular one that many seem to like. What you'll notice with all of our Med itineraries with Valiant is the overnight in Ibiza. And then we have the Irresistible Med as well. So a couple of different options there to look forward to when we get sailing overseas. Then my favorite part, food, glorious food. So as I touched on earlier, we have 20 plus eateries on board. With that, we don't have a main dining room. All of these function as their own restaurants. So they each have a bar in them. They function just like you would have on land. You can make a reservation, but at no point will an entire restaurant be booked up for the night with pre-reserved tables. So you can always walk up, you can join a virtual wait list, and we'll go through a couple of those. So the Wake is our steak and seafood restaurant, called the Wake because you can see the wake of the ship on deck 5 and 6. Absolutely incredible steak and seafood to where you feel like you're kind of like Great Gatsby, if you will. So one of those that you might dress up a little bit more. They have seafood towers. They have a raw bar. It's all of those great things that you would want in any cool and fun steakhouse. Razzle Dazzle is a vegetarian forward restaurant that is full of all types of whimsical menu items. You have fairy bread and churros that hang from umbrellas and sparkly food. You have your Impossible Burger, but we also feature a naughty list for those that are meat eaters. So if you'd like a real hamburger or you'd like to slap a piece of fried chicken on your salad, that is also available here. We will also hold our drag brunch. We have a resident drag queen on board. And if you'd like to attend drag brunch, that's where you can do that on board at Razzle Dazzle. Test Kitchen is a really fun concept where it is a set menu with 5 to 6 courses, and the menu reads like an ingredients list. So it may say blue cheese, scallops, steak, and chocolate. and each course will come out with each of those components in a very different way. So this is for your more adventurous foodie types that want to really try something outside of the box. That's absolutely amazing. It is modeled after a restaurant in New York City called Ma Cuisine. Gunbae, I think, might be my favorite choice. This is Korean barbecue. It's really lively, it's social, it's fun. Probably the complete opposite of Wake, where you would go for a sweet and romantic day out or something that feels very fancy. Gunbae is the complete opposite, where you dress down, you get a shot of soju as soon as you sit down, which is Korean liquor. You cook at the table. It's supposed to be social and fun. We'll provide you with a whole list of Korean drinking games. So a really fun experience. If you've never done Korean barbecue, it's an absolute blast. Tinkagave for me, it's upscale Mexican, and I was like, oh, this will be nice. Apparently, it's a huge sleeper. They have everybody that was on the Transatlantic, so the only people that have really experienced Scarlet, said that this was the most incredible menu out of any of the restaurants. So the menu is items featured from Mexico City, so your authentic upscale Mexican. And there's a tequila and mezcal tasting bar. Another one of those restaurants that if you're dining later at night, it's going to start to get kind of lively in there, and they will roll in a DJ so that you don't get sleepy after a full belly and you can move on to your next venue, getting the party started, which is kind of great. And then you can't have any amazing vacation without your hearty Italian, which you'll find at Extra Virgin. So this is your family style pasta dishes. We also feature a rare Italian wine list. So for those that are sommeliers or want to think they are, you can try all of these really great and rare wines. And then we have bar tabs. So if you're a frequent cruiser, you may be used to having a drink package to cover all of those not included drinks. What we've done is kind of reimagined what that would look like and designed bar tabs. There's no red tape around it. For every $300 that you purchase, we'll give you an extra $50. You can purchase it for yourself. You can purchase it for the cabin. You can buy drinks for your friends. There's no limits on who has to buy it, who you can spend it on, how much each drink costs. So it gives you a lot of great flexibility. So for those that like to indulge a lot, the option is there to buy multiple bar tabs. And for those that maybe want to have 1 or 2 drinks a day, they have that flexibility as well. The only red tape around it is that it has to be used on drinks, not alcohol, but premium drinks. So your specialty coffees, your fresh pressed juices, smoothies, anything like that, you could also use it for. And if you're wondering how far that one bar tab will take you, it'll take you pretty far. We don't want to have any type of nickel and diming feel on board. We don't want you to get there and feel like, oh my gosh, they've got me at sea and I really want to drink, and now I'm going to pay $14 for a Heineken. You can get a beer for $5 to $6. You can get a basic cocktail for under $9, and you can get a really good glass of wine for under $10. Remember, that tip is included, so it's not $9 plus $3 every single time you're buying it or anything like that. So it will take you pretty far. And this is indicative of any type of pricing we have on board. We never want you to feel like you're not getting your good value. So then we'll show you where you're going to sleep. 86% of the ship is made up of the sea terrace. This is our balcony category. Here, every single balcony has a hammock hanging off the back. You can kind of see it in Monica's background. And it has really great mood lighting. The bed will transition. Right now you see it in night mode, but it also transitions into a lounger couch during the day to really maximize your space. There's a roomy rain shower in there for 2 people. I have not been on board Scarlet yet, but I have been in the mock-up cabins of the sea terrace, and they really are very roomy. They are built in a way that they feel more spacious than most balcony cabins on other ships. So it's a really great option. They range from 225 to 265 square feet. There is an extra large option, so that's where you see the bigger ones. And here's some of the things that are included. So the red flower, if you've not tried it, the red flower bath products are amazing. The roomy rain shower, it's great. You can go in there and you don't, a ship cabin is a ship cabin, but at least nothing's touching you. You have a real door and you have a real shower head. And if you're sharing the room with somebody else, they can still get ready in that bathroom too. And it feels great. So we wanted to focus on that and the glam area, which is very characteristic of all Virgin products. So if you've been in the mood lighting and the glam areas with Virgin Hotels, or if you've flown with Virgin Atlantic or previously Virgin America, you know kind of what that lighting looks like. Then if you want to level up a little bit, we have our suites. And with those, there are many different choices. You can go from your lead-in suites all the way up to the mega rockstar suites, which are massive and unreal. So with the suite category, you have access to Richard's Rooftop. This is an area, it's an outdoor lounge up on deck 15 that's exclusive just to the suite sailors or our suite guests. You can also choose a personalized mini bar, and the first round of that mini bar is on us. So it includes 3 alcohols, your mixers, a beer, and I believe 2 types of wine. I don't know that they've hashed that out yet, but that whole first round is on us, and they're decent sized bottles. They're not like little airplane bottles. You also get a head start on anything bookable. So if you want to book your dining ahead of time or shore excursions or anything like that, you get a 15-day head start. And then last but not least, you have your rockstar agents. So they're kind of like a concierge line that can help you with all different things once you're on board. If you want to go real big, as you can see here, this is the massive suite. You get all of those things, plus the premium Wi-Fi. So if you want to stream Netflix or Hulu, you can do that. The bottomless in-room bar, so you can personalize it and they will replenish it as much as you need. What's really great about this is the daily bar tab. So all the drinks are on us throughout the entire ship, and all of the restaurants, all of the bars included at the Beach Club at Bimini as well. You also get daily spa access into all of those different thermal suites and all of those great different rooms, the steam rooms, the mud, salt, all of that stuff. We also will give you a private transfer to and from the port from anywhere in a 50-mile radius in Miami, and a dedicated rockstar agent. So instead of just that team, you'll get an actual person. And then we're all very concerned about safety right now and what voyaging will look like when we finally get back into the water. So with this, we have come up with an advisory board that has led the way. And to be honest, overall, cruising is going to be looked at as one. So it's not that we're going to do something different than anybody else. But what I can say is we were one of the first ships to get the green light to sail from the CDC. But the CDC always continues to up the ante, and that's why there haven't been any test sailings yet. But when we do get in the water, we are fully prepared by the advice of our advisory board. We want to make sure that we can prevent any cases from getting on board, and that'll be done through our testing goals with the ability to test right in port. We also have thermal monitoring. So if you are in port, in our terminal, and on board, we can see if you're running a little hot and check that out. The contactless experience brought through the band will be great. So there will be no need to sign bar tabs with a pen. There will be no need to touch a bunch of handles, or even to get on the ship, no room cards or room keys or anything like that. It can all be done by your wearable. All of our air is filtered through Atmos air solutions, which kills 99.9% of all viruses. And then you have all of our cleaning throughout the ship. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of our experiences were made to feel very intimate anyway. So we never had that problem of trying to fit a lot of people in one area. So some modifications had to be made, obviously, but not as many as others. And then last but not least, we have extended our wave promotion into the rest of March. So if you are booked with Monica by 3/31, we will give you 10% off all sailings, up to $400 in onboard credit. That depends on your cabin category, and an extra $100 on your bar tab. So instead of the regular 50, we'll give you 100. So for 300 you get 400, or for 600 you get 800, and it goes on and on. So with that, I will leave you to any questions.
Well, I have a question I'm sure everybody wants to know, and I'm sure you don't know the answer, is when do you think we will be sailing again?
Well, so that comes with every time the CDC gives the cruise lines as a whole a list of things that they need to do to be prepared to sail, they move the goalposts a little bit more, and they're like, oh, it's still not enough. Right now, we're waiting as a whole, and to be honest, our launch date is May 9th. It's logistically not possible. The test cruises haven't even gone out yet. We are very optimistic about Q3, to be completely honest. We hope to sail sooner than that, but that's where we're really optimistic. So we're putting a lot of focus into late 2021, early 2022 and beyond, so that we stop crushing people's dreams.
Yes, that continuously happens, but that's okay.
Yes.
So a follow-up to that, like we have a cruise booked for September with you guys, and let's say it gets canceled. How does that work with Virgin? Like if somebody wanted to book by 3/31 to take advantage of these deals, but they know there's a chance it could get canceled, like what do you recommend on how that works?
Yeah, so there's a couple of options there. If the sailing is affected, you can always opt for a full refund, or what many have done is take advantage of the 200% future voyage credit. So whatever you've paid to date, and we'll always give you the option to pay in full, to take advantage of the full amount, we will basically double what you've paid. And then you can use that to upgrade your cabin, go on another cruise, bring a friend along. You can use it for any of those things. So it's a very generous offer. We've also changed our booking policies a little bit to make those a little more flexible. If you don't feel, if the sailing does go and you don't feel comfortable going, you can opt out up to 48 hours before sailing and turn that into 100% future voyage credit. You can change names on there. If you have somebody going and your sailing partner doesn't want to go, you can put anybody else in. So we're really, really flexible when it comes to that. But if it's affected by us, your two options are full refund, no questions asked, that's fine, or the 200% future voyage credit, and then you just move it to another sailing.
200% is pretty generous. So it's kind of
yes.
like on sale. So everybody go book the May 9th cruise.
Oh my gosh. I have some people that have such an insane amount of future voyage credit. They might be on with us for 6 months.
That sounds great though. So no med in 21. You're only shooting for Mediterranean. Okay. For 2022. I know that question.
Yeah, I had a question about that. So for Mediterranean 2022, does the Wave 2021, sorry, that's my baby. Does the 2021 deal, does that extend into for booking for 2022?
So the Wave promotion, anything that is available in inventory, and we do have almost all of 2022 loaded in, you can absolutely book for Med of next year and take advantage of that.
Okay, thank you.
That was a good question.
Yeah, that applies to any sailing that we have. It's regardless of the ship and all of that. And if you get your booking in before.
And if our cruise gets canceled or we decide to move it, will that deal come with us?
Yes. So any promotion you have will follow you as long as you don't cancel and opt for the refund.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like you can't cancel and then rebook later and still get your promotion.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any questions?
No. Good. That means we were thorough. Well, if you think of anything, feel free to reach out, and Monica knows where to reach me. And we hope to see you on board. It's going to be an absolutely incredible experience. Very different. It's the number one thing that we've come out of this is Richard, as you can see here. He had never been on a cruise before because he said, frankly, there's just nothing out there that I'd ever want to go on. And he designed this to be very cool and chic and luxe, but laid back. So with all of that stuffiness of, oh, I have to dine at a certain time, or there's a certain dress code on this night, or I have to wear a gown and tails to dinner on a Tuesday night. Instead, we wanted it to be for anybody just looking for something a little bit different, a little more sophisticated and elevated with still that splash of fun and energy.
Absolutely. I'm so excited about it. I think it's more like an all-inclusive resort, but on the water, which is very exciting.
It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited for you guys. I'm excited for we'll cross our fingers for your September sailing. But we will get you all on board for sure.
We can't wait. Well, thank you so much for leading this, and thanks everyone for joining. And you can email me or send me a message or text me, whatever is easiest for any sort of a quote. And hopefully we will get to sail soon.
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thanks, Monica. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.